This week on Addicted to the Outdoors.
Our son Gunner and I are headed back to Texas for some nilgai redemption.
I was laser focused to just nilgai. That was my target.
Hopefully we'll see one of the big boys tonight.
So I'm really hoping he and Jon can get his first one down.
With Whitetail as a backup.
It's right behind that shoulder. Yeah.
We're known for the nilgai in this area, a low fence, no fence ranch. They have the ability to come and go as they please.
They look like a big bull. If he gets out of the shot, you just want to go for the base of the net.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. That's all I need to hear. It gets the green light. I'm going. That was a huge nilgai.
Born and raised by a hunting family in the swamps of Florida and shooting a bow by 8 years old, Jon Brunson took to hunting early. Gina grew up fishing with her father, but it was weekend hunting trips with Jon that put big game blood under her fingernails for the first time. Even now, with raising 6 kids and running 3 companies, Jon and Gina are still a fistful of dirt couple that take life by the antlers. Sound familiar? If so, pull up a stump with the Brunsons, because they are addicted to the outdoors.
Man, what a buck.
This week on Addicted, our son Gunner and I are headed back to Texas for some nilgai redemption.
I hope Jon and Gunner have a great trip. I know how much he wanted to bag a nilgai after seeing one last year. So I'm really hoping he and Jon can get his first one down.
So this year, the plan is to focus on nilgai with Whitetail as a backup.
So these hunting trips, especially just Dad and me, they're really nice. Get away from siblings and all my not as important responsibilities like in school, but...
I think first flight's a couple hours, and I think our second flight's like an hour-ish.
It's great to just come out here, relax, have some fun with my dad, just us two. It's a good time.
We touch down at the airport in Texas and are greeted by Joey Holland, owner of Lupita Ranch, where we'll be hunting this trip. We do some catching up, then head to the lodge to begin our Texas nilgai trip.
Hey guys, Joey Holland, owner of Lupita Ranch down here in Raymondville, Texas.
This is my second year here at Joey's Ranch, and it's very homey, so it's super nice to relax. Everyone gets along great. It's like a second home.
We're at the camp. What's up?
I'm recording now.
Hi.
You're weirdo.
As always, the first thing we do on each trip, check the Best of the West Husker Mall combo to make sure nothing got bumped on the flight.
We're glad to have Jon and Gunner back.
All right, perfect bullseye.
They came down their first time last season. We had a nice buck in front of Gunner. Things didn't work out the way they should have. We also saw a nice nilgai last year that really turned Gunner on, I think, to that species of animals, which is, we're known for the nilgai in this area. You know, it being a low fence, no fence ranch, they have the ability to come and go as they please.
We waste no time as we head out with our guide, Justin Sanchez, and hunker down in a blind overlooking a big field.
So we went and jumped in the bog blind, and I was laser focused to just nilgai. That was what I was aiming for. That was my target.
And there was definitely no shortage of whitetails.
Okay, we got freaking deer, javelina, that stuff everywhere. All right, so our strategy tonight, obviously, he's, you know, he really wants to shoot a nilgai. Ever since last year, he's been like, if we see a good white, if you think there's, hey, this is definitely a deer we should shoot, then we're gonna let him shoot him. That way our blood's covered.
So Jon and Gunner got in here early enough on Thursday to get an afternoon hunt in, and we got in that bog blind down there. Obviously, we're going after a nilgai. Wasn't really working out that afternoon.
There's a lot of deer out here already, but one buck in particular catches Justin's eye.
If we pound him, yeah, his genetics are not what you're looking for.
We saw a really nice coal buck come out. It's pretty nice, yeah, it was a pretty nice buck.
But the thing you gotta remember is, we may pass him, and not find anything else. And we may be like, struggling. You just don't know with hunting. I'm kind of thinking that too, get him down, that way we have something.
It was one that really needed to go, so I told Gunner that he'd be helping us out, take one down.
You ain't gotta tell me twice, so that's all I need to hear. It's the green light, I'm going.
All right, are we gonna pound this thing or what? I just saw it. Tell me when you're ready. You ready to rock and roll? Yeah. Okay, well, let's let this doe. There he's quartering. Let's let this doe get out from behind him. All right, when he gets clear, let's rock and roll. Let it right behind his shoulder and just squeeze nice and easy. This is on safety. Yep. Forward. Now you're ready to rock. All right, just wait. Let him turn. Let him turn. Let him turn. All right, just wait. He's got a deer behind him. Wait for him to get turned broadside. Thing right by that shoulder.
Nice mature coal buck came into the pasture, and it was one that really needed to go, so I told Gunner that he'd be helping us out, take one down.
You ain't gotta tell me twice, so that's all I need to hear. It's the green light, I'm going.
Wait till he stops. Right there. Smoked him. Let's watch him. He's down. Bob down. Yeah. I followed him to the scout the whole time, so the tactic camp got it too. Good shot. He's right there. You see just a little bit of horn sticking up right there. That was a favor for Joey, so you're still on for deer and nilga. Oh, okay.
So I got a special privilege of hunting Mom's new custom Best of the West rifle.
That's the first animal to ever be shot with that gun. Nice.
So it was awesome that I got to break her gunner.
With the Huskama and the ABU suppressor, big 6.5 PRC, what?
Hey, that's fine with me. I love seeing my kids tag out.
Let's go find your buck. He didn't go far. Broke in the old Best of the West, the old Huskama. Broke in Mom's gun. See a deer laying there. Oh yeah. Put your hands on him. Boom.
Yeah.
Lift that head up. You getting stiff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good.
Man, he's nice. Yeah, just his three is a crab claw there. I told you he's a better buck than you think he was. He's heavy, he's tall. Perfect shot, bud. He went about, what do you go, 10, 15 yards? Maybe 10 yards, just did the big nose plow.
Look at 6.5-year-old deer all day, at least.
Yeah, he's a nice old buck. Let's get him loaded up and go take some pictures.
John sends over a picture of Gunner's coal buck, and I'm thinking, all right, at least the pressure's off now. And it's definitely a great management bug to boot.
We get back to camp to share our good news with the rest of the hunters when we get some good news from Joey's wife, Gio.
All right. Yay. Two down. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You got one. I got the two killers here.
Thank you.
So you got it all video too, huh? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But having Jon and Gunner down was a little bit more special. On Thursday night, their first night on the ranch, we had been seeing a buck that we had been trying to put my wife on, and he started showing up. Same place, same spot every afternoon. Luckily, the wife came out here on Thursday afternoon, her first sit this season.
My heart's pumping.
Like this too, just relax, take it easy, you'll be fine. No, don't even look at the head. Just put the crosshairs right on that shoulder.
Yeah.
Squeeze nice and easy.
Right there.
Right in the shoulder. Put it on him. Get him again.
And she was able to harvest a great mature 9-point, 142-inch low fence buck.
Good deal. So it's planning on trying to take some pictures out here.
I think we might have brought a little Brunson good luck into camp.
And hey, you know I always love when my fellow moms tag out.
And what better way to celebrate 2 bucks down with some good friends than over a plate of some absolutely amazing home-cooked food.
The food, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty top-notch. Today was definitely a perfect start to our Texas trip.
The camaraderie at camp is one of my favorite aspects of these trips. And with full bellies, Gunner and I spend a little more time hanging out before hitting the sack.
So for the next couple of days of the trip, we were just focused on nilgai.
Sit tight. So we'll see if big old nilgai comes in.
It was definitely a quiet morning in terms of nilgai. However, there was no shortage of whitetails.
We just didn't see too many. We saw a lot of nice whitetail, but we were passing on them because I was really focused on a nilgai.
Fast forward to that afternoon, and on the way to our blind, we actually spot a nice nilgai. So Justin quickly pulls the truck over.
Take the GoPro
Yeah, he
off,
looked,
make sure
that,
there's a round.
that looked like a big bull.
Looks like a pretty good size one. He's definitely a bull.
Oh, he's big. All right, listen, we're gonna get out right here, super quiet. I'll get around in.
These are really skittish animals, so this is gonna be tough.
All right, when we get up there, if we get set up the shot, you just want to go for the base of the neck. So just if he's sideways, go down his neck, right at the base where his neck hits his body.
But it's the first time we've got our eyes on our target species, so we gotta take the chance.
Follow him, listen to him. All right, be still. Meh, meh.
That was a huge nilgai. Man, I was on him through the scope, but I just needed him to stop.
It's tough, man. It's gonna be tough on foot. That dude, that thing, they're skittish, boy. Jeez.
Like I said, really skittish animals. But hey, that's hunting.
I mean, if he'd walked through there and just stopped, we could have shot him. But I mean,
He was a big one.
he was a big bull, and he wasn't gonna stop. He was just cruising through.
It's a little frustrating, but at the same time, at least we finally saw the animal we were after. That is definitely a good sign. So now it's back to the blind, and we have definitely got a bit more confidence after that encounter.
Well, at least we had a good start last night with getting that buck down. This morning, we saw a lot of stuff this morning, but man, we just need a freaking nilgai. Plus, we got our Browning cell cams on the other 2 spots. Definitely we'll see one of the big boys tonight. So.
However, it's a pretty similar story to our morning hunt. Tons of deer, just no nilgai.
Come on, come on. Come on, come on, big boy. Where you at?
So after another disappointing sit related to nilgai, we eventually call it a night. Head back to the lodge to grub on some surf and turf.
Oh, the surf and turf. Oh.
And get ready to get back after it the next morning. I wake up that next morning to a bunch of pictures on my phone from our Browning wireless cam. And one looks like that big bull nilgai we put a stalk on the day before.
The one we tried to do that quick slip on yesterday, he showed up right in front of the cell cam at 12:05.
Well, hopefully you come back.
I mean, look at him.
That's him, man.
Right there, 12:05, right in front of the camera.
We make our way out to the blind, and again, we put the time in, but literally see nothing but whitetails. So I'm starting to think these guys are only moving at night.
It was down to our last morning, and so we saw some nice nilgai on the Browning cell cams, but they weren't showing up when we were hunting. They were just showing up at night.
We even head out midday to do some driving to see if we could spot another one and maybe pull off a successful stalk this time.
Set a city camp for an hour before we head to the blind. Go, hell, let's try and cover some ground and see if we can get lucky.
Scat right there.
But the closest thing we got to seeing a nilgai was unfortunately just nilgai poop.
So what's the deal with the poo again?
Well, they're community poopers, I guess you could say.
They're community poopers?
Even riding around covering a lot of the ranch looking for nilgai, we saw nothing. Joey brings up the idea of thermal hunting at night, which sounded really cool, but a quick check of the forecast showed that this storm that blew in was not leaving anytime soon.
Well, obviously the thermal stuff is probably not going to happen with the rain.
With the thermal hunting off the table and going another evening without seeing a single nilgai, we have one more morning hunt before we have to pack up and fly out that afternoon.
Unfortunately, the nilgai were really only showing up at night. So that last morning, if we didn't see any nilgai, we came to the decision that if we saw a nice whitetail, I was gonna pull the trigger.
All right, we're gonna follow you, and we're gonna walk. So let's just be quiet and follow Adam, and let's just slip in there and see if we can get her done this morning.
We get into our blind for what will be our last sit of the trip, and as the sun rises, we are already seeing quite a few deer, including some decent younger bucks. We continue waiting and putting our Huskamals to work when a potential shooter walks in.
He's a nice buck. There's another one coming in right now. There's some more bucks coming. You like him? Hell yeah. Yeah, he's a cool buck. He's cool and heavy. Old deer.
At this point, with us flying out in a few hours, I decided, why not? Let's do it. I want to take this buck. So now I was waiting for a good shot, but man, this buck was taking his sweet time.
If we want to pound him, let's say we pound him. If he turns broadside, we'll put him on the shoulder and let it rip. We want him to clear, we just gotta make sure it's not behind him. Get away from him to turn. Yeah, we gotta wait for him to turn. Come on. There we go. Are you ready, Gunner? Safety off, right? Safety off. Alright, right behind that shoulder and just rip him. Take your time, put it right behind that shoulder and just hammer him. Is there a deer behind him? You're clear.
For more information,
Why not? Let's do it. I want to take this buck.
He's down. Where is he? He ran right back the trail that he came out of. So he just went down. Oh, he ran to the stuff and he stopped and started like doing this little stance. Yeah, so he should be down right there. Solid hit. Solid hit. Okay. It was like I was about ready to take the shot. Like I was almost like on the trigger. And I saw that little doe right behind him. Kind of turn and run right towards him. And then she jumped really fast to the left. And I saw him like get up and like look around like he was gonna jump. I felt like I'm like, oh yeah, this is right now. This is the best possible moment to shoot. Good job. That's a good buck.
Gunner felt like he had made a good shot.
All right. We ready? Yeah, let's go.
And I knew with our new Best of the West rifles, this buck couldn't have gone far.
He didn't go about 40 yards, 30 yards.
Man, he's big, man. As we got up to this buck, man, it was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Man, these deer, big deer, man.
We walk into the brush, and there he is.
Look at that. I gotta get one. He's got mass. He carries it all the way up. Look how big a buck he is. He's over 200 pounds easy. Fair chase whitetail, baby. That dark rack, look at how he carries the mass all the way.
Yeah, that's thick.
What a pretty buck.
Yeah.
Nothing like pulling out of the last morning. Worked out great.
Oh, man. Perfect. Way to close out the trip.
Good way to close out, yeah.
Congratulations, got a nice buck down.
Really cool how this entire weekend worked out. Gunner was able to put 2 bucks down, and my wife was able to get her buck down on her first sit.
Last year, our main goal was whitetail, and I went home empty-handed. But this year, even though our main target was nilgai, I knew that I could redeem myself if I could get 2 whitetail. So we're heading home with 2 whitetails.
Seeing the text pop up from Jon, I was holding my breath that it was the nilgai. Instead, I was surprised to see a really nice buck that Gunner took. And he was using my gun too.
We may not have bagged our target species on this trip, the ever-elusive nilgai, but any trip where you've got 2 bucks in the cooler is a success in anyone's book. And I know next year, Gunner and I will be back.